Feeling spooky today. We have a blue fractor set of emotions going on this podcast. Lots of update parallels. We're not just stopping at frozen fractors, we're going to Halloween fractors. I don't even know the specific names of them, but Michael Rubin is getting us galvanized.
And yet another move by Topps. Max alluded to the fact that in 2023, Topps update was just recently released, and we hit on the fact that they lowered the hobby box packs to 20 last week, but it came out that in the blaster boxes, there's these Halloween parallels that are special edition blaster update edition stuff. And I have thoughts on it, Max. Do you have any thoughts though before I go on my little rant about it?
I am usually very active in saying that innovation is good for the hobby, but I think we're teetering a very fine line right here.
And I agree. Um, my thought is just keep this shit out of update. We have this Tops holiday release that they've been doing for 5+ years now. Just expand the holiday edition. Just make it, instead of only having Christmas related SSPs and SPs, throw in some jack o' lantern shit. Throw in some Valentine's Day. Throw in all the holidays. Like go wild, go buck wild with Tops holiday edition. Keep it out of my update. I love update. People know I've been ripping updates since it was Tops traded. Like that's deep for me. But Tops holiday edition has a lot of room for growth. They've only ever really focused on Christmas. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think that they could totally expand it to other things. These Halloween parallels that they got in update, those should be in Tops holiday. What do you think about that, Max?
I've been doing a lot of research on marketing lately, and I've been eating a lot of Mr. Beast bars, who obviously is a marketing genius. And we want, I think, from Fanatics' perspective, they want to get as much exposure to people who like things. Okay. And it sounds crazy, but a lot of people in the United States or even globally are able to say, oh, this is Halloween. This is cool. They're not able to say, oh, wow, I can personally relate to this snow camo parallel to the time of year it is, because that's just not something that's relevant. That being said, there is a respect that needs to be maintained for our true flagship parallels. This might be controversial, but what is the necessity of having Independence Day parallels? What does Independence Day have to do with baseball cards? Hello? Question mark. And you can extend that with frozen fractors and taco
Mother's
fractors.
Day. They officially
Mother's
named
Day, Father's Day. What does this have to do with my baseball cards? What happened to our true black and gold parallels? So I respect expansion. I think expansion can be done well. In 2016 and 2017, you have to recognize that we had a full revamp to what our parallels were. We were going from diamond and gold foil and emerald foil and red hot foils from the 2011s to the 2014s to just smack dabbing making it a rainbow foil from 2015 on, a very ugly, worthless materialistically and monetarily rainbow foil. And that became so we are able to innovate and change, but at the same time, we are disrespecting our true colors. And yes, while we're attributing Mother's Day and Father's Day and Independence Day, what about other countries? But we're doing this to the disrespect of our parallels, and taking this to the boo fractor is just doing that even further.
Yeah, that's a classic Max rant. I think an OG Cards Max thought on this podcast was about the rainbow foils being so trash, and obviously I agree with you there. But in general, I think there's a lot of people who love holidays. They like really, identify their personalities with certain holidays like Halloween. People go buck wild decorating their houses. I think people are down to collect Halloween themed cards. I think that we just need to put them in the right place, and Topps update blaster boxes is not the right place.
I agree in that, like, there's a disrespect that we can have towards Topps Total and the 990 card checklist that it used to have. And while it was a more bland release, you can have that sort of parallel breadth in a release that is meant to be atypical from the traditional flagship. That's why we have Topps Mini as distinct. That's why we have Topps 3D as distinct. That's why we have Topps Holiday as distinct. And while I do think the flagship design is sacred, doing derivative products of it is something that Topps has already done and that Topps has done successfully. And it satiates the crazy rainbow collectors like myself sometimes, who is still chasing his 2019 Luis Severino rainbow. But at the end of the day, don't disrespect the flagship brand. Don't.
Exactly. And me personally, I'm hyped about update. Most hyped I've been about update in a long time because we got, the Giants have a couple good rookies in it. We got Casey Schmidt, we got Patrick Bailey, two guys that I'm hyped to collect. I am not going to be collecting these Halloween parallels, but good on anyone who is. Let's just try to get them in the right product. But Max, I know you were at a card show. Enough with this bullshit. I know you were at a card show last
One
weekend.
last thing I want to say before you channel. No. High five, no stop sign, high five. But I know this is a pro top. Tommy, can we agree that this is a pro Taco Fractor podcast? Or is this a Taco Fractor questioning podcast at the very
At
least?
the very least,
Not a
we are.
Taco Fractor rejecting podcast.
Yeah, at the very worst, we're neutral on Taco Fractors. At the very worst.
At least we're neutral at Taco Fractors. Taco Fractors don't have the flagship parallel of the player. Why are people getting so crazy over an insert? The Frozen Fractor? Okay. Flagship design, serial number to maybe -5 degrees or fewer. So you may even have -2 degrees. But Taco Fractors are an insert. Why are you getting mad over a contest? Tacos for life might be misleading. I think Ruben and the gang and the group has been misattributing the hype towards the Taco Fractor as just making it be some big contest, and that let down people and collectors who were saying, I've granted that's speculative gambling, and that kind of plays stupid games and stupid factories. Play stupid games, win stupid refractors. But the Taco Fractor isn't a parallel. It's just an insert. So if you're grinding your Oswaldo Cabrera 2023 Topps rookie rainbow, you don't need a Taco Fractor. It's an insert.
Clip it. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm tired of people conflating the radiating rookies and the Taco Fractors with actual parallels and refractors. Those are totally different things. I think people, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little drunk, Max, but it's pissing me off right now. It's pissing me the fuck
Radiating
off.
rookies can at least be attributed to having the flagship design, even if it's a different image variation and it's a different checklist number. But imagine getting mad over like the Future Stars insert.
I couldn't imagine that. Max, Are you done with your rant about this? I also wasn't putting up the stop sign to you. I was more giving you the okay, and I just didn't mean to.